No, yeah, I want it like that, but yeah, probably like right about there. I just don't want it to be right in the bend of my elbow. You know what I mean?
Cool. I can make it a little bigger then.
Okay. I'm gonna hop up in this chair and kind of. Oh, look, we are live.
Go right ahead, man.
I want this in my studio. Okay. Now, how do you flip? All right, guys, I'm getting my first tattoo, and I'm getting it at Art Attack Tattoo in downtown Abilene, brand new place. And their work, from what I've seen on the walls and from the books, are badass. And finally doing a tribute to my mom and dad that they both passed in 2016. I was gonna get one then, and the tattoo artist that was gonna do my tattoo had a heart attack the day before, so didn't get done. Now what, 7 years later, almost about the same time too. 7 years ago now. So anyway, we got James here. He's gonna be doing the work. And so just sit back and watch, and I'll probably, have a replay for this with more music in it and some other stuff like that. Hey, so would you lower that tripod so it can be more about, well, I need it to lower about that much probably. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Boom, right there, that's good. Thank you.
Are you recording?
We're streaming live. And you might even get on your phone and make sure that it's streaming live. You follow me on Facebook, so just go there. And I'm wearing my... Did you know this is my lucky shirt?
Is it really?
It is.
That one. Oh, that one's better.
Awesome, dude.
Like it?
I do.
Okay, cool.
Okay, time out. I'm not seeing it on here. It would be on Facebook?
It should be on Cigar Talk's Facebook, or it may be on Cigar Talk's page. I have a business page, so to speak.
I don't think it shows anything live.
Well, let me see here.
Oh wait, yeah, you are. You're good.
Okay, cool. You're making me nervous. And then we have another camera person here.
This is with the angle right here.
Okay, so it's not the whole screen from what I have. Oh, you know what? Let me make... How about that? Is that better? Or is that too much? Or does it need to be further away?
Okay, hold on. You're adjusting it right now. There's a delay.
Yeah.
That's way good.
Yeah, let's back it up just a little bit so you can see a little bit more of my beautiful face. That's good right there. How about that? Now, probably needs to be angled up just a hair. How's that? And guys, if you see me cry, just know, yeah, that's perfect. And so, can you tell if there's anybody watching yet? I don't know how that works. Okay, cool. And see, it's also streaming on YouTube.
Okay.
That's the main place.
Cool.
I feel like I'm about to do my first heroin. Got my sleeve up, my arms ready.
Just have to shave you too.
Really? Mm-hmm. You know way more about this than I do. I dig that little tin up there with old Bob Ross. Are you gonna watch that new movie
Oh yeah.
with Owen Wilson? See, I have it for I probably shouldn't say that live, but anyway, I have that already. That's how I watched the Guy Ritchie's The Covenant last night. We already had it streaming. Because I originally was like, hey, honey, you want to go to the movies and see this? She was like, I don't want to see Guy Ritchie. And I was like, I'm going to go by myself. And she's like, all right, I'll go. And I was like, a movie starts at 10:55 tonight. And she's like, I'm not going tonight.
Are you on their Wi-Fi?
I am. Are you? It's the Art Attack tattoo. And, excuse me, miss. What's the Wi-Fi password? I can't remember.
I got it. You got it?
There should be a way.
Oh, it's blacked out. That's weird.
Well, it shows it's okay, it just now reconnected. Because I got out of the app.
Oh, yeah.
I see Lone Wolf or Lone. Yeah, Lone Wolf is in there watching. See, if you could smoke a cigar while you're getting a tattoo, how badass would that be? So someone the other day I was talking to, I told them I was getting a tattoo, and they said, oh, you know what you should do for your next one? And I was like, what? And they're like, you should get a tattoo of the dude.
Oh my gosh, that's about right.
I was like, that would be kind of funny. When's the last time you saw that movie?
2020, that's when I watched it.
I watched it about 6 weeks ago. Oh, but that, I highly recommend that 237.
237? Is that what it was?
The-
I thought you said 354 or something.
No, it's a documentary called 237, and the reason that that's called that is because that's the room in the hotel where Danny was told, don't go in there, and when he's like, what's in there? And the guy says, nothing.
Don't go in.
But I really enjoyed it just because it shows you all these scenes in the movie and where the stuff that Kubrick put in there. And did you know that Stephen King hated that movie?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, he hated it. And the reason why was because Kubrick changed things just to give him the big middle finger. Like in the movie, in the book, like the traveling scenes where they're in the car is in a red Volkswagen Bug, and instead he made it yellow. But there were things like that King had it in there for his reason, and then Kubrick changed it. But what was very interesting is one of the film guys took two projectors and put them side by side and started the movie exactly at the same time on both of them, but one of them was playing it backwards and one of them was playing it forwards, and the amount of stuff that lines up that like made it seem like it was intentional.
Here it comes.
Walking down the street. So James, how long have you been doing tats?
22 years.
22 years. Dude.
Yeah. Well, too long.
Not too long.
Too long.
Oh, too long.
Yeah. Nah, it ain't bad. Could be out there pushing a shovel.
Yeah, yeah. So what made you get into being a tattoo artist in the first place?
My grandfather did it before and after Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
Did it for 50-something years.
No kidding. I don't know if it comes with the service or if it's extra, but I've been needing to do a little manscaping down below the belt line if you're available.
Hell no.
Okay. You know, just throwing that out there. See, if it was me, I'd be like, yeah, but I charge way more.
Money comes and goes, and memory always stays.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Joe, or somebody said, howdy, Rob. That whole shaving thing is exactly why I'm not getting the stamp tramp. Way too much to shave back there.
I've had women tell me I'm better at this than they are. I'm like, well, I kind of do this every day.
Yeah, I don't know what's on that rag.
Rubbing alcohol, 90%,
Man, that feels nice, actually.
and then a little bit of green soap and distilled water.
Okay.
Probably like 15-20% green soap. The rest is still water.
Okay.
But I do have 91% rubbing alcohol in it to give it a nice burn.
It makes it feel cool.
It's cleaning the skin. Any bad bacteria, anything like that that's on it is definitely dissolving at the moment.
Nice. So if you guys are ever in Abilene, make sure you come by the Art Attack Tattoo Studio, downtown Pine Street, basically 2 doors down from Fat Boss's. You got a cool setup here, and it's only gonna get better.
Oh yeah.
And you know, this is like virgin body skin.
That's good.
Never been inked before.
It won't be that bad. You picked an easy spot.
I did that on purpose. We were down at this cigar shop, and a friend of ours, Brian, has a lot of tattoos, and he had one right up in here, and I was like, oh, that had to hurt. And he was like, yeah.
Yes, it does. Top of the feet, the hands, the head, the elbow, like the backside elbow.
Oh, the backside of your elbow hurts?
It hurt me.
Oh.
But some people can go through it. I mean, I went through it, it just hurt. But it also hurt because it was a jailhouse setup and he did it like 4 times.
Ah.
You know, each one of my lines were split open. I don't know how it took ink. But you
Like-
can see it, it's awful.
So, like, how do guys come up with the machine to do a tattoo in prison? Do they actually do a machine, or do they do like poke and stick?
Some people do poke and stick, but a lot of them will get the motor out of a cassette player or VHS player when they have them like in shit like that.
I see.
They're getting motors out of other things nowadays too. And then like that, you'll have COs that'll sneak in stuff for you.
Ah,
My grandfather and my dad, back in the 80s, and I think maybe even 70s, were taking model car paint sets and sending them to the prison in Indiana. But they were filling them with tattoo ink after they
oh
cleaned them
no
out.
shit.
Mm-hmm. And he was going through the doors tattooing. They don't show the
Oh, yeah,
numbers,
that's
but
a good one.
I'm gonna hang a picture and I'll just have to freehand the numbers.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because that the numbers and the slight red, there were the red hearts, but you, I don't want them to be like you look at it and go, oh, those are hearts. I want them to look at it and be like, I see red something in there, but then like maybe just one small actual heart, you know?
Do you like where that's at? We need to move it. But
No,
yeah,
I think that's exactly where I want it. What do you think, Casey?
It's good.
yeah.
And just so everybody knows, I designed this tattoo myself. I had an idea in my mind of what I wanted it to look like, and I made a major change because it was going to be a train or a locomotive coming out of a tunnel like in a mountain, but then I changed it to where it would be in the clouds.
Let that soak in for 5 minutes.
Okay.
If you need to go outside or anything, right now's the time.
Oh, you know what? I still got my cigar laying on the ground
I'm
outside.
sitting for an hour or so.
Okay.
Just try not to let that touch anything. So quick.
Oh, you're good, brother. Hey, and also,
It will smear.
I brought you also those.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'll put them on my jackets.
And I gave you two of the coins too.
Right on, man. Try not to let that touch anything. It will smear. I like stickers. That's pretty cool. Yeah, cool guy. Oh, that's cool. That's weird.
right, guys, I went and puffed on a little bit of a cigar. Are you trying to take a picture or are you trying
Well,
to
I didn't know if it
video?
would do it at the same time. It's making it do a video, so that's fine.
Well, you mean you can put it on the camera for now.
Press shutter button. What that means.
Is that getting, are you having any glare from that light? Okay, cool. Oh, I was like, don't take a picture of my legs.
Okay, ready? Back.
What did this place used to be? And are these beams supporting actual weight? You know what I mean? I saw a guy yesterday. Have you ever seen?
You give me this bag over here?
Oh yeah, you're good, man.
Yeah.
A dude was showing a product. It looks like a giant like beam, but you screw in the bottom this bracket, and you can slide a pole through that bracket and put weight on one end and a camera on the other, or as a counterbalance, and then it like rotates and stays focused.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
And he, instead of having that mounted to a pole, he actually had 100 feet of stretch line. And so he had that pole like 25 feet out. But what you don't think about is like when you do it at 8 feet out, like it goes, you can control it from like 5 different speeds. But when you're 30 feet out, the speed is magnified, so the background is going like super
That's
fast.
cool. You need a strap for this.
Well, I usually always have it on a tripod.
Oh.
I took the strap off of it. And I'm not a big strap fan even when I'm shooting.
I like it so that I can just sling it around me and
Well, see, I don't do that.
no, you're like, I use it and then we put it down.
Yes. Oh, he's putting on the black gloves, folks. He's either gonna give me a tattoo or a prostate exam.
That's funny, man.
James, I'm never serious, by the way.
That's good shit, dude. That's good stuff. Awesome.
You know these tables like that you're on? It reminds me of like a massage table almost. I went and my wife bought a massage a couple of weeks ago, and she couldn't go. And if you don't go, you just lose your money. So I went, and when I came home, my wife was like, "How was your massage?" And I was like, "It sucked." She's like, "Why?" I was like, "First of all, it was a man." And she's like, "What's wrong with that?" And I was like, "Well, is it normal to get an erection when, you know?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Yeah." And I didn't like the fact that he kept sticking it in my face.
What the hell? That's good stuff, man.
I write my own jokes, James. I should tell him Grandpa's joke. Have you-
No.
No? That's a classic.
Yeah.
Can you? At what point can you see the camera in
Me?
in this?
Oh, you're way far away.
I am. Okay.
Why is that as far as it zooms in?
No, I mean I'm just like if I want to really get a close up. So
Well, I mean, I don't know how far that lens zooms in. I haven't ever, I've never shot with it.
like this is all the way from this angle.
So you're already zoomed all the way.
Yeah.
I gotcha. What was that?
Can you see?
Oh,
that?
that's good. That's the perfect music for getting your first tattoo.
Oh, my music's bipolar. It jumps around and all that stuff.
Oh, same.
You may get to hear some Dean Martin.
Oh,
Love it.
wow. Dean Martin, I can only hope Sammy Davis Jr. is with him.
There you
It
go.
jumps all kinds of bipolar.
Do you have Dead Antwood, I Think You Freaky?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good one.
All I know is it takes months to get to my playlist. There's all kinds of crap on there. It's a little bit for everybody.
Nice.
There's all kinds of crap. Even crap like this.
Is that the tattoo gun right there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wow. I've always seen, I guess, older ones.
It's expensive.
All right, people.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
That wasn't bad at all.
It's just a bloodline, really. Like, really put ink in it just to
Oh,
make a line so I know it's there when I go to shade. Like when this is, this line that I'm putting in won't even be there anymore.
oh okay. How old were you when you got your first tattoo, James?
It's like 15.
Granddad give it to you?
No, some gang members.
Ah,
They put it on my neck.
where are you originally from?
Originally from Oklahoma.
Okay.
But I've lived just about everywhere. Lived in Louisiana to Indiana.
We're at Louisiana.
We're in New Orleans, Westwego,
Okay.
and Lafayette, not Lafayette, but Lafayette, so by Lake Charles.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been all over Louisiana except for New Orleans.
And New Orleans is a beautiful, fun place to stay in the tourist area, stay in French Quarters. It's dangerous.
I heard it's dangerous as crap.
They hide a lot of it from America so that way people keep going, but you've got to stay in those areas, man. Even, I don't care if you walk by an alley and you see someone screaming help, keep going. They're trying to pull you in.
Ah. The rope-a-dope.
Yeah. Yep. You got it. But it's fun, it's beautiful. I miss it. I learned how to do backflips down there.
Backflips? Like into the ocean or?
You know, I can stand here and do one in the air
Oh.
on my feet. There was a 15-year-old, I was like 11. He was doing it on the streets for money.
So you're like, I want to make money.
No, I wanted to learn how to do that crap because I wanted to be in the competitions there. They had a neighborhood. They all had competitions every day flipping.
Oh, wow.
And he taught me.
I was born in Port Arthur, Texas, which is down by Beaumont on the coast of Texas. And if you know anything about Port Arthur, that's also where Janis Joplin was born.
Oh, that's cool, man.
And I only lived there till I was like 1, not even 1. My dad used to race circle track cars, and this was in 1968, 1969, before there was even NASCAR. And he used to race against like people that are legends now, like AJ Foyt. But then my parents divorced, and I ended up in Sweetwater with my mom, and my mother remarried, and then we left Sweetwater in 74, moved to Lubbock, and then I banged around back and forth from Lubbock to Sweetwater to Slayton to Lubbock to Sweetwater and back. And then when I got out of high school, I moved to St. Louis.
Missouri, huh? I
Yeah.
went to Missouri.
Dude, I loved it up
I
there.
did too.
It's so beautiful.
Once you actually add your name in the stone, it's not so bad.
Yeah, I really did like it up there.
I did too. The people are really cool too.
The people were good.
If you're doing it for yourself, man, they will help you.
Yeah.
Because where I was from, Southwest Missouri, it was hard to get a job, man. It was very poor there.
Oh, Southwest, like around Big Spring, not Big Spring.
Mount Vernon. And,
Oh, okay.
Old Purdy and Monette and
That's all the beautiful.
yeah, it's God's country.
Did you ever get out to the Merrimack Caverns?
No, I have not, man.
So that's going from Springfield to Missouri, and the cool thing about the Merrimack Caverns is that was Jesse James's hideout whenever he would like rob a bank.
No, I actually may have. Is it on Springfield?
Yeah, it's not that far. And anyway, the posse would chase him into these caverns, and what they didn't know is at the very back of the caverns, it was like a pool of water. But he had found that if you dive down in the water like 15 feet, there was a tunnel that came out the other side, and he would escape. And then from there, I moved back to Lubbock, and then me and my wife, I got married in 95. We moved to the Dallas area. Then we moved to a little town, Woodson, which is an hour north of here. It's only 200 people. And then we moved to Houston. We were down there for 12 years, and then we moved here 11 years ago. Been here ever since.
Right on.
So did you already know people here when you decided to move here?
My ex, my ex at the time.
Oh, okay.
House down here.
I got you.
I kind of just got stranded down here.
Everybody does, and then you never can leave.
I started a business, so yeah.
You're down here.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the pain level right now?
Right now, I would say it's probably like a 4.
Okay.
Not bad. It's more. It almost feels like what it would feel like for a cat to lightly scratch you.
Okay.
That's probably not an example anybody's ever given before.
It is.
Okay.
You need to be a consistent cigarette burn, a cat scratch, or a bee sting.
I'm gonna skip the cigarette burn.
The closer you get down here is where breathing on your fingers. Everyone's different too, man. Everyone feels different because their body chemistry is different. The way the nerves get there and all that, and where they're located, how sensitive they are, everything.
Dude, the skin right here on my leg, on the outside, from here to here, like I can't even hardly feel that. Something weird happened. think I was abducted by aliens.
What's up?
And then they were like, nah, get this dude out of here, he sucks.
What's that movie called? They made back in the 90s, or late 80s, where that guy got abducted and he woke up in like a pod and tore his way out and fell into another pod and there's a decomposed body.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. I do remember that movie, though.
I never remember
There
the
were,
song.
wasn't there a bunch of pods?
It's supposed to be, yeah, it's supposed to be a true story, and you think they dropped him back off here on Earth, and his wife didn't believe him, and no one would believe him, and it's crazy crap.
So do you have a favorite tattoo you've ever done? Or is it just too many?
There's one that's on her leg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We need to see your leg.
Can you turn your leg this way? Oh, that's cool. That is real cool, dude. Probably my favorite tattoo I've ever seen. A good friend of mine is tattooed from his jawline down to his toes. And on the back of his calf, he has a portrait of Johnny Cash with the guitar slung around his shoulder, just giving everybody the bird.
Nice.
And it's very, like, it's black and white, but it's really detailed. It's badass.
I wouldn't mind being able to do the one reason the bush eating the cake, but I don't know if it's taking this picture though. I don't think it is.
Of which one?
When he was in a bush eating the fucking cake.
Ah.
I've always liked that picture. It's just hilarious. I mean, I feel bad for the guy looking at him, but it's still funny. When I was back in my younger days, I've been that fucked up too.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I have too. That's how I got the nickname Bushy.
Man, we was camping out one night, and this guy we grew up with named Brandon Snow, he just got out of being locked up, and he was wasted, dude. Nobody could find him, and me and my foster brother Tim found him in the bushes. And we were picking him up, and Tim grabbed his legs, and all of a sudden I noticed that Brandon looked at his wiener, dude, and he was getting ready to start peeing, and I was like, Tim, boom, boom, and all of a sudden it just started going everywhere, and he actually hit Tim in the face. Because Tim was bent over, you know, and down there.
Yeah, I got the nickname Bushy because one night me and a buddy of mine, Jeff, were at a bar that had a upstairs and it had a poker room going on. And there was a bartender up there because they had a bar, and then she left, vanished. And like 30 minutes later, we're all wanting drinks. So I just walk around behind the bar, open up the fridge, and grab a bottle of Padron tequila. Started passing it around. We didn't have glasses, we were just shooting it right out of the bottle.
This shit can be harsh too.
Oh, it was not good. I hate tequila. But, I don't know, about an hour later, the bartender never came back, and somebody went and told the two owners, these twin, did you ever watch Breaking Bad? Mm-hmm. Do you remember the twin Mexicans that were like killers? Well, that's who owned this bar. And they called, they said, "Are you Rob?" And I was like, "Yep." And this was downstairs, and they were like, "You stole tequila from us." And I was like, "No, I didn't." And I was like, "You didn't have a bartender up there." And I just went behind the bar and got it. I didn't steal it. And I said, "I'm happy to pay for it." And I said, "Just tell me how much." And they were like, $480. And I was like, "Yeah, that's not happening." And anyway, they were like, "Well, we're gonna call the police." And I was like, "Go for it. And I'm gonna let them know that you had unattended liquor at a bar, which is against the law." And then they basically said, "Well, then we're gonna kick your ass." And I was like, "How about I go upstairs and get money from all the people, and then I just pay you?" And they were like, "All right, that's cool." Well, they turned around and walked into their office, and I hauled ass out the front door. And I couldn't find my car because I had been drinking tequila. And anyway, next thing I know, my phone's ringing. I reached down into my pocket. I pull my phone out, and it's my wife. And she's like, "Where the hell are you?" I looked around and I said, "Looks like I'm laying in some bushes." She said, "It's 5 o'clock in the morning, get your ass home." And I was like, "I still can't drive. I'm gonna go back to sleep and then I'll come home." So since then, my wife calls me Bushy. Well, there's a lot of them that's very similar to that. It's a very unique feeling.
Describe that feeling. Still the cat scratching you?
No, it's completely changed. I don't recognize it. It's
Internal.
yeah, it's very like it doesn't even like you said, it's internal. It doesn't feel like it's the outside of my skin.
It's a weird feeling.
It's like
I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
yeah, like when you were doing the outline earlier, it felt like a little cat scratch, but now
So what's your pain level?
it's probably a 4.5. I mean, it's not like it's more painful. It's just that it almost feels like, you ever put a TENS unit on? Mm-hmm. It's almost like that with the added little pain. Like a TENS unit doesn't really pain, but now let me ask this, James. The pain level, is it also dependent on the tattoo artists themselves? Like a better artist doesn't make it hurt as much?
It does.
Okay.
And there's also other factors in play too, like how much sleep you get, like as far as you yourself,
Oh, yeah, you're
how much
screwed.
you eat,
I slept last
how
night.
much stress, how much alcohol intake you put in your body, all that plays factors too.
Well, I was recommended not to drink before I come up here, otherwise it would bleed more, so I did not drink. Well, I haven't had a drink since 10 a.m. I figured that would not count.
Oh, we did, like you said, the rule of thumb has always been, as far as I know, is every drink you take, as far as liquor goes, it's like an hour. So,
Oh, well, I'm good.
yeah.
Could have had a bunch.
You couldn't have a fruit pouch. There's a white container in there.
You're not bleeding immensely, you're not bleeding really at all, so your bleeding will probably start a little bit before we finish or right after.
It's a big container.
Well, I mean, you're bleeding.
Oh, am I?
You're not bleeding like you've been drinking or anything.
Did I take it out and put it on the counter?
And this is the ugly process. This is the part where it looks like a kid's doing it, because I'm doing all the black work first. And then I come in with soft shading and fine details.
Casey, best tasting candy you ever had in a while.
Okay, good to know.
Like, it's not bad at all.
Okay.
If you like licorice, the red licorice, that's
Oh, okay. You said this looks like the part that's how'd you
The
just
ugly stage.
the ugly stage.
she's doing the darkening, the shading, I guess you call it.
This would be the black work.
Ah,
Be all the dark areas.
So is this basically like a black, a white, and a gray blend?
oh, do you actually put white in it?
Yeah, there would be white in the end.
Oh,
Yep.
that'll make the clouds pop then.
He has to know his color theory.
A lot of people have asked me, how'd you get so good? How do you know so much depth? And I'm like, I watched a lot of Bob Ross. And
Yeah,
they start laughing.
seriously.
Hey, I see your tin up there with Bob Ross on it.
they start laughing, and I'm like, no, seriously.
It's the
man.
truth. It's color theory.
I have never once did a painting along with him, never. But I've always listened to him.
Dude, let me just say this. I did one during the pandemic, and those things are supposed to last 30 minutes, and it took me like 3.5 hours.
Oh,
So,
painting?
you know, he's like, just do a little shibidi and
He's
you're
a
like,
good teacher.
wait, what? And yeah. So I did it, but it was not as easy as he makes it look.
So is the new movie about Bob Ross, is it like the serious? I mean, is
I don't
it
know.
legit
I have
or
no
is
idea.
it?
I'm gonna see it anyways. 'Cause
Oh,
he's
I am
awesome.
too.
Did y'all know the whole time he did that, he had cancer?
No.
The whole time he was sick. And you know, every painting he does in the show, he always does a painting before they record of the same painting. And it's way more detailed than the painting he does in the show.
Really?
The one he does in the show, he's just basically giving you a one-on-one on how he does it.
Oh.
As far as the simplistic parts of it goes, your undercoats and all that. His regular paintings have way more detail on it. He worked on it for 6 hours before he did the 30 or 45 minute recording machine.
So there you go.
That's why. So, did you watch the documentary on Netflix about him, where his business partner screwed him over?
Oh yeah.
They still are. His son's getting
yes.
screwed
They
to
still,
this day.
yes. His family got like nothing.
His son's still going around teaching though in his name.
Oh, really?
You can actually book an appointment and get taught by his son.
Oh, that's cool.
Is his son got the afro?
That's how we get people in here. We book a Bob Ross Jr.
Oh, dude. You want to get Bob Ross Jr.
and
here?
get a tattoo when you're done.
Oh, dude. You know what? Reach for the stars. That's what I do.
I wish we could. I would paint with him. I love painting.
Yeah, but how badass would it be if we could get him here and you did a Bob Ross tattoo on his arm?
I don't think he has any tattoos.
Yeah, that would be the only one that he should get. Dude, we're gonna have a lot of good footage to put together for your advertising campaign, man.
Oh yeah.
Like I can just see it in the phone up here, so I can't see much. Take a picture of you with your phone. Let me see. I can't see nothing.
It's on portrait mode.
Oh, that's actually really good.
So you really can't get fired from the BNSF tomorrow. You wouldn't be able to go show everybody your new tattoo.
That's not for me. My dad was a railroader.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Oh, you mean all the people? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my regular job is and but that's not why I selected this
No.
theme engine.
Let's see how many viewers we have. Can you see?
I can't I can see a chat message every once in a while come across my screen, but I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on. saves it all for me, and then I can go back and like almost do probably 25 different badass videos from it. You know what I mean?
Is it still that funny internal feeling?
Yeah. I mean, I expected it to hurt way more.
Oh, it's gonna hurt when he gets up closer
All
to
right.
yours.
Well, thanks for being the cheerleader.
This is the easy part. Notice how he specifically chose not to do the painful part first. He saved that to the very bitter end.
I mean, and I also, you know, I'd like to think that I have a high tolerance for pain,
We're gonna find out.
but I can tell you from a few weeks ago when I had a kidney stone, I was a little bitch.
You know, kidney stones suck. It's one of the worst things I've had in my life.
Dude, it was awful.
I laid in bed on Saturday morning for 5 hours, and I finally was like, you know what? I'm dying.
Dude.
I have to go to the hospital.
And that's
Rob
exactly
was
what I
praying to
did.
every deity he could name.
I was actually out in my studio and I was going to watch a movie. And I sat down in my recliner, and like 15 minutes later, I started getting this pain in my lower back. And I was like thinking, what did I do to hurt my back? Well, then about 10 minutes later, I was like, you know what? I got to go get in bed. So I went and laid in bed, and I told my wife what was going on. And then like 30 minutes later, she was leaving, and I said, I need to go to the ER. And she said, well, I'll be back in 15 minutes. And I was like, all right, well, when you get back, I need to go. In 5 minutes, I got up and drove myself because I was like, this is ridiculous. Anyway, I was at the hospital here at the ER at Hendricks, and if you want to do something quickly, don't ever go to Hendricks. And anyway, after an hour and a half, they did a MRI. And then an hour and a half later, I've been sitting back out in the lobby. You know how uncomfortable a regular chair is when you have a kidney stone? So finally, I went in there and I said, I'm leaving. And they were like, well, you haven't. And I was like, I'm leaving. And I called my doctor. He prescribed me what I needed. And I went home and took that, and I was done. But I was like, I would never come back to this hospital again unless I don't have a choice.
That is your only option.
See, I got lucky. I was in Tulsa. Tulsa has some of the best hospitals.
Oh
in
yeah,
America.
Tulsa's known for that. I actually love Tulsa. Have you ever been to Lubbock?
I drove through, but I've never.
Lubbock and Tulsa share something that I love about what should be in every town is the town is a grid, and all the north and south streets are alphabetical, and all the east-west are numerical.
Yep. So Tulsa's like that too? Huh.
Except Tulsa's prettier.
It's dangerous, though.
Is it really?
Yes, it is dangerous.
Well, that's good to know. My gosh. So what do they cover up in New Orleans? Is it just a bunch of murders or trafficking or something?
Well,
All
for
of it?
one, if people in the United States and the world knew that it was as dangerous as it was, a lot of tourists would want to go.
I've been told for years, don't ever deviate from the tourist
As
stuff.
long as you stay in the tourist areas, you're fine. Stay in those areas. Stay in the French Quarter.
So like the city basically
Don't go
polices the tourist
Yes.
areas to keep it that way.
Yes. Don't go exploring.
Don't see their beautiful city.
No.
Well, I mean, what else is there other than the tourist part?
Hood.
I don't
Right.
know. I didn't like New Orleans because it stinks to high heavens. But
Oh, I had fun, trust me. But
Yeah.
the neighborhood that we lived in, up until I was about 31, 32, or 33, I always slept with a pillow wrapped around my ears because it was gunshots
oh my
every night
gosh.
when we were down there. Every night. Someone would get beat up. I felt it was against my wall, and I was like a fifth grade. I felt my bed there jumping against my wall.
You So how was the tattoo, the star on your face? Did that hurt?
I did it myself looking in the mirror and I was drunk. So I
Oh.
don't really remember a lot of it. My grandpa had some stars on his face, so I put one. And come to find out, it was the wrong side.
Oh,
Oops.
in the mirror though, it was the right side. Do you know what years your grandfather was in Vietnam?
The one on my mom's side, it was 69 to 71. The one on my dad, I don't know. I'd have to find out.
You know, that's when Ed was in.
Oh, was it really?
68 to 72. Or somewhere in there.
He said it was hell.
Yeah, well, I have a very good friend who's 74, and he went and he volunteered, and he went to the Marines, and you know, they give you an aptitude test, and after the test came back, they said, hey, we think you should be in the intelligence department, because he's like a super smart dude. And he says, no, I want to go out to the front line. And they were like, oh, well, you're not as smart as we thought you were. Good luck. And then about 3 weeks in, when he got over there, he's like, is there any chance I could get that intelligence job? And they're like, nope.
That's out.
Are you aware of where Ed was?
Uh-uh.
He was in the very far north. There were no cities. He was in the jungle where it was like hell.
That's what they said my grandpa on my dad's side.
Yeah. Like, you know who the colonel is?
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was over there, but he was down south, like, you know, Saigon or whatever. And he told me one day, he was like, Ed was in the shit. Like, and Ed never acts like that, but Ed's
No.
told me a lot of stories, and I'm just like, and first of all, when a dude like Ed is telling you stories like that, you just feel honored. Unless you're Phil Buck, and then you're interjecting all your own stupidity. He was telling me, well, Ed was telling me a story one day about Vietnam, and Phil kept interjecting, well, it's also like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you weren't in the military.
Shut up.
Now, I didn't ask, is that your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance?
My girlfriend.
Okay, she's the boss. And I didn't, what's her name?
Monica.
Monica.
Monica sounds like a boss's name.
She handles all the confrontations because I have a problem. Except for when it comes to clients. I can handle clients, but when it comes to employees, she's got another one. Like you.
So where's Bob?
Who's this guy?
Yeah.
He works during the week.
Oh, okay.
You mean text your wife and ask if you want a wedding ring tattooed on you?
Oh, my wife would like that.
This friend of mine years ago, her husband hates jewelry, so he's like, I'm gonna get the ring. And I was like, you know, that's the kiss of death. Well, then they were like, well, we don't do the underside, we just do the top. And so he did that. Sure enough, it wasn't like 10 years later they were getting divorced. I'm like, I told you, it's the kiss of death. You don't do that.
But at least it's small enough to where you could have that one removed.
Well, a friend of mine did have multiple laser treatments, and I don't know that it ever fully came off, but it massively reduced it. So I've had 2 friends do that. So
I was married, I didn't wear the ring, but I was quick to tell people I was married. Like I really was. I'm honest about it. I'm like, oh no, I'm not married and I got a wife right now. I was done kind of shitty. Well, a lot of people do it, man. It's surprising. I told a lot of my friends, you know, hey, it's a good way to get shot. Back when I was my early 20s, if I came in and caught my ex-wife, which was my wife at the time, on someone, I probably pulled my pistol out and shot him because I was young and full of emotion. I worked hard for that family.
So you were married? How long were you married?
7 years
And where were you living?
in Oklahoma.
Okay. It really does. I mean, I'm not saying that I would want to have a tattoo being made on my arm 24/7, but it's not near as bad as what I thought
This
it
is
was
the
gonna
kitty
be.
portion, okay?
All right. It actually has a numbing effect also. Ah.
Get your what?
Endorphins.
Oh.
Yeah, all the brains up in your brain when you work.
And so have you done any tattoos for Monica? Cool.
All those are bigger and more detailed.
Ah. Well, you know what's funny? I told you about the dude that was tattooed from his jawline down to his toes. I actually hired him, and anyway, I was like, and he grew up in Kansas City, and he's probably 45 to 50. But when he came to work for me, I was like, so what are you getting next? And he's like, oh, I'm done. I was like, you're never gonna get any more tattoos? He's like, I doubt it. And I was like, why? He said, because I didn't pay for any of these. His best friend was a tattoo artist
Oh, wow.
in Kansas City. And so every time his best friend was like, man, I'd really like to try this. He was like, all right, I'll do it. And the funny thing is, if you saw him or heard him talk, you would never think he was the kind of guy that would be covered. He sounds like he is from the Waltons.
Is that the guy that you were telling me about, or just a different guy? The podcast
Same
guy?
guy, same
Same
guy.
guy?
Yeah.
He's doing 1946 right now.
Oh, nice. Also, if you would, I would also like some footage that's vertical.
You getting video games?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Oh, I mean, I don't really play anymore because I don't have time. But yeah, man, I grew up on all those games. The last PC game I was playing, which I was always more PC guy than consoles, was one of the, you know, the army games. What's it called? World.
Warcraft?
No, army game.
I don't know what any of them are.
You know where they had the Black Ops and all that stuff.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty. And before that, I was playing. I don't know if you ever heard of Dota 2.
Sounds familiar.
I played that. It's a team game, 5-on-5, and it's really a cool game. But it's also pretty hard. And so me and my son would let me play on his team of randoms, and after a while, I'd ask my son, "Hey, you want to play?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm good," because I sucked. But console games, I'd like to play like Madden and those type. You play? What do you play?
Fallout.
Okay, I think I played Fallout. That's the one that's kind of like a cartoonish, like look to it.
Yeah. It
Okay.
can be. But yeah. Definitely. It's just a apocalypse. I mean, nuclear war. That's all it is.
Yeah, yeah. My son is actually an esports player. His main games is Smash Brothers, Dota, and then he recently started practicing a new one. But I mean, he literally plays a lot. Like he goes to tournaments.
You guys turn into Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
That's badass.
I mean, he goes to Dallas, Amarillo, Austin, San Antonio. I think the furthest he's been is they went to do a tournament in Tulsa, and then Corpus Christi was one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, you know who Yoshi is? The character Yoshi on Smash Brothers is the dinosaur. He plays Yoshi, and so I made him a bunch of like T-shirts and hoodies, and he goes by the name of Chumpkin. And so I did a design with Yoshi on one end and Chumpkin across it. Yeah.
I used to pick Yoshi when I played.
Oh, really?
I think just about everyone did.
Yeah, the cool thing is he has a dude that he plays with pretty regular as a partner because they do singles and doubles. And whenever they play together as doubles, they both use Yoshi, and they're both like really good at Yoshi. And his friend is like the attack guy, and he's the wait in the wings and finish you off guy.
You ever go paintballing?
Man, it's been decades, but yes. Back in the late 90s, I played a lot. In fact, I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be a badass paintball place in Wichita Falls. It was like on 10 acres, and like maybe an acre of it was a field, and then 2 acres was a field, and then the 7 acres was a field.
Badass. We used to play in the woods.
Oh, that's the fun, dude.
We had a hole dug on one side of the field and a hole dug on the other in the tree lines.
Now, you're 40?
38.
38. So my baby brother's 41, so you're about his age category.
drink and
Go out and play.
then smoke in a circle and then split up in teams and we go out.
Nice.
Believe it or not, I've never been shot.
Are you serious?
Not in the game. Ask these guys around here, man. I sneak up on them all the time. I don't even mean to. At least Indian in me. I've always been able to see really good in the dark.
Is that a good angle right there?
I mean, I've been shot, but not in the game.
I remember one time, dude, it was all of us local guys that were playing in Wichita Falls, and right next to Wichita Falls is the Air Force Base. So it was all the local dudes playing against an Air Force team. And we just demolished them in round one. And then round two, they did something that you would never think that anybody would do. But they basically formed a line of like 16 dudes and stayed in that line all the way to the corner of the map and then coming right at one side. Well, it was just so much because we were all spread out that every time they came up on people, they just wiped them out because there was no way that you could defend yourself against 16 dudes.
I was hiding in the pine trees.
In the tree?
Yep, on the floor. Laying on my belly or sitting on my knees. And there was somebody come running out by, man. I'd come out and get them. So I leave them right there.
Oh, dude, one of my favorites, we were up in Wichita, and I had shot two dudes, and I was escaping that scenario, that area, and so I lifted up my gun like I had been shot, and started just slowly walking across the field, right through the enemy's territory, and then when I got behind them, I just unloaded on like 5 dudes. And it was like, dude, you know you're not dead unless you put the barrel or the plug in.
Right. It's good times, man.
Oh yeah, that was great.
It's even funner when someone gets mad. My cousin Brian used to get mad all the time.
Because I don't think I ever played with anybody got pissed.
Now he'd get mad and I'd just shoot him in the ass. He'd get even madder. Fuck you guys. Go back to his blazer. Yeah, he got mad. Especially if you shot him, even in the game. Some people can't handle it, man. Alright.
What is that?
This is a roll of 2 needles.
This is the big boy needle.
We've got 12 needles on them. 6 and 6.
It's 2 rows of 6 and 6?
Big boy.
Oh yeah, 2 rolls.
Like this is way, way easier than the dentist.
Oh, the dentist sucks, man.
Yeah.
The only thing that's cool about the dentist is they can actually check the cool stuff. It still sucks.
Yeah, I don't enjoy going to the dentist.
No, neither do
I've
I.
had bad experiences.
Me too. My roots are jagged. They're wavy.
Yeah, I got a root canal done without being deadened. And that was not good.
I was in jail, man. Serious infection, and they weren't doing anything about it. It was getting to the point where there was inmates telling me every time they saw CO through the open pod, they'd say, "Hey, we got a sick man here, it's down." And they weren't doing nothing, literally. So after about a week, man, my face being swollen, not being able to do shit, but laying in bed and always in pain, I started rocking it back and forth. And I eventually got that son to just snap off, and the irritation stopped. And once you're in some of those places, they don't care about you. You're an animal.
What?
Defending a woman against a drunk dude and her baby. The officer saw my felony charges compared to his misdemeanor.
Wow.
Yeah, once I finally saw a judge after 2 months, he looked at the papers and was like, Mr. Sanders, you shouldn't have been arrested. He let me go for defense of another.
I'm not going to speak of any of my crimes because I've never gone to jail and I don't want to go now.
Well, the crazy thing about these times is you can be at the wrong place for a long time and you're going to jail. You didn't do anything, man.
My mom was on the grand jury. She can testify that they arrested a lot of people for ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, it's like that nowadays. And people, you know, they hear that, they're like, oh, bullshit. And I'm like, no,
No,
for
that's
real.
true.
It's happening more often than it should.
And it's really geared towards
They want to make it look
lower class to people that can't afford to fight it.
It is, you're right. And if you show any opportunity of being able to fight it, or you have family members out there that's fighting it, they'll drop you. They'll drop your case, everything, man. Because they know they don't have to fight with you. They can't lock you up like everyone else. It's sad. It's all about capitalism.
Money is the name of the game. That is for sure.
As soon as we stop that crap, man, it'll be more about the neighbor, your neighbor, more about mankind. That's where we need to start heading.
Yeah, they quit building big front porches on houses for a reason.
I know, but isn't it sad?
You know, before my parents passed, we used to go up there and sit on the front porch. Or
Some of the best times you ever had.
Oh, yeah.
Life lessons too, man. People are telling stories. You can actually learn a lesson from someone's mouth. Just by watching how sincere they are and how much pain it cost them. We don't have that anymore. I mean, we do, but when you do, it's usually a person you want to get the hell out of your store because they're losing their rocker.
A butter made into a cone, wrapped around
Especially in this
half
time,
an
man. We got a lot of homeless.
It's unexpected, wrapped in
mental
a
illness
Yeah.
people.
It's a thick, crunchy butter cookie.
We got this one lady that talks to these businesses around here and she'll open up my front door and be like, oh, it's not you, it's not you. Shit like that, man. It's like,
I think we just saw her.
Your local freezer citywide.
I've had to call cops on her before, and I don't
I
call
haven't
cops.
seen her before. I don't know if she's new or
Was she thin?
Kind of. She's got
Old?
hourglass figure. No,
glasses.
she's like
No.
25.
Oh, no.
This lady had to be in her
It's
50s.
minimum, yeah.
Oh, I know that. I know which one you're talking. She's crazy too.
Yeah.
They're actually set to chase her away too.
Well, right now she's laid out on the sidewalk.
By the pretty park they just put in.
Dude, I came to work one Saturday and there was an old lady that was walking down the street dragging a blanket, and she had her feces all over the back of her pants. It was all over the blanket.
That was quirky.
I honestly did not want to come into work that day because it was on this block. And I was like, what's this block? Dude, this is downtown.
He extra sanitized that day.
Oh, they didn't. She didn't come around here. She went down that way. Thank God. I felt bad for her, but you know, at the same time, it's like, dude, like, what are we becoming when we got people walking through the streets like that? What kind of society are we now? Because when I was a kid, I'd never seen that shit, and I saw some crazy shit. But it seemed like they tend to keep those people locked away or something, or getting help where they need it, you know? You can go down Butternut and see some homeless dude hanging in the street in broad daylight.
Yeah. Is that a tear I see? Do I need
No.
to capture that?
It's a glisten in my eye.
On 14th Street, as soon as it hits midnight, you want to have a fucking firearm or something on you. And you know, this town ain't even that ghetto. That's the sad part about it.
No, it's not.
You know what I know about, like, after living here a while, I was like, you can tell there was not a lot of city planning going
There's
on.
not, man.
Because you can have, like, the ghetto and the block down.
I always tell people we have patches.
all
these
over.
3 blocks are garbage, these 3 are amazing. And then you just, these 7 are great, these 10 are awful. And it's weird. Like, there is no, quote, ghetto.
No, I mean, like, where I live, I tell people I live in the ghetto. And we bought our house where we bought it because I wanted that house. It's a craftsman style house with a big porch. It has a mother-in-law house in the back, and it just, everything I wanted was perfect, except it also had a swimming pool, which I did not want. So now it's empty.
I didn't want it when I had little ones around, but now I kind of do. I always had a recurring dream where my little girls, they always found me floating around.
Oh,
Seriously, I'd be a nervous wreck.
It was a recurring dream. So that scared the shit out of me. And she was the little one, man, that would take off running toward the pool. She wanted to swim. She's 11 years old now, so thank God. If it happens now, at least I know she had a fighting chance.
What's your pain level?
I'd say with this new needle, it probably bumps it up to 5. Like when I went to the ER for the kidney stone, she was like, "What's your pain level?" And I was like 9.999. And she's like, "Okay, we'll go sit down. We'll call you when we're ready for you."
And my doctor was all like, "He's a kidney stone." I was like, "Fucking serious?" He goes, "Yeah, man. Honestly, where it was at and how it's the size that it is and how it's pointed and all that, and when it got stuck with the urethra or bends before it enters the bladder, so you just experience giving birth."
Dude, that's what my brother told me was that's the worst part. When it's going from one place to the next.
And he said it was stuck. It was lodged, stuck in the bend. He said you just experienced giving birth. And I told dude, I just went through that for like almost 6 hours.
That's about what I do. Whenever I was at the ER, my wife showed up, and I was like, "Let me know if they call me," and I would go out and lay in the car. And no shit, dude, the pain was so bad, I would throw up. I threw up like 6 times.
I couldn't stand on my feet. I had to crawl to the bathroom and pee, and when I peed, it was brown. I thought I was dying.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I'd be like trying to get comfortable in my car, and I would just open the door and blah.
I didn't believe him when he told me the kidney stone at first. And you know, in Tulsa's hospital so quick, man. I told him, because this was years ago, and it was true. I told him, I'm a recovering drug addict. I'm fresh. Please, I don't want anything narcotic. And he said, "I got you, dude." And he injected me full of something that worked pretty much instantly, and I wasn't even high.
Nice.
I wish I could remember the name, man, because no other hospital has ever been able to do that. They don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
So do you live sober now?
I smoke weed.
Okay. But you don't drink?
I quit drinking like 4 years ago.
Was that hard?
I just quit cold turkey. I had to.
Yeah.
It's either that or I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I was drinking like a fish. I was one of those little guys that was at the party at the end of the night, 5 o'clock in the morning, everyone's passed out, and I'm still wandering around with the bottle in my hand, calling everybody a pussy.
Yeah, in 2016, that's what those tattoos for. Both my parents passed. And when that happened, I started drinking a 5th plus a day. But back then I drank Jameson. Not awful, but I don't really care for it anymore.
I was a Crown man.
I can't do the crown.
Now, are you aware that Crown actually makes some amazing bourbons, whiskeys?
I don't know if you've told
I
me
like
that
the
or not.
Crown Black, the 90%. That's what I went for.
But the ones that are like the ones that I've heard about that were really good, like they're not, you can't hardly ever find them. And they're real expensive.
Oh, of course.
If somebody had some Jameson and some of that Powers up at the Leaf, and they're both Irish whiskeys.
Jameson and what?
Powers.
Powers. I haven't had that.
And anyway, they were telling me that it was better than Jameson, and I was like, I doubt that's true. So anyway, I had them pour the same amount in 2 glasses, and I didn't know which was which, and I drank it, and the Powers was way better. I was like, wow, and it's super cheap. Because you know, Jameson's like $34, and this
Yeah.
was like, I want to say like 22.
Oh, okay. It's looking pretty.
Is it?
Yeah.
So, well, before we came over here again, we went and smoked a cigar. Brian was in there, and he's already got a lot of tattoos. And
What's Brian's last name?
Wilcoxon?
Wilcoxon. But he said, I won't get tattoos in Abilene anymore, because apparently he's got some bad ones. And so,
There's some bad artists here. There's some good ones too. You just gotta really do your homework. But there's a lot of shops here, man.
hey, I didn't do my homework, James. I just trusted you, bro.
Well, you came to one of the right people. One of them.
You know what? I judged the fact that I thought you were a good dude. That always goes a long way with me.
It does.
Is it getting a little painful?
It almost feels. Have you ever had someone give you an Indian burn? You know, where they twist your skin?
Yes.
That's what it kind of feels like. Is that normal? Yeah.
Well, your skin's getting irritated, for one.
And it feels like there's heat.
There's blood all over creation. I'm kidding.
Oh, wow.
Well, all that like shading, we're gonna see more of the blood because the blood's a little more dominant than what little bitty black ink see.
So, whenever my son was born, my wife had to have a C-section because who knows what. Anyway, I went in with them, and like she's laid down, and they got this big sheet up, you know, and the doctor's over there. So I'm sitting up by her head, and anyway, they make the first cut, and then they got iodine, and anyway, they got this vacuum machine that sucks up all the blood and stuff. Well, the container that vacuum sucks it into was right next to my face. And I passed out. Like, one of the nurses was like, "Are you okay, sir?" And they were like, "Grab him, put him on the floor." And I was on the floor when they held up my son over me and like, "Here's your boy."
Like, I don't care.
They had my feet up.
I was drunk for my first kid.
Ugh.
My last kid, Alicia, when she came out, we just got to the hospital basically. They just induced her, and her mom was like, "I feel like I need to push. I'm gonna push." And the nurse was all like, "Don't start pushing, not even dilating." She lifted up the blanket and goes, "Get the doctor!" And then the other,
Women
she's
know.
already pushing, and it's already coming. She's already coming out, and the other nurse was all like, "The doctor's not even in yet." So my last kid was actually born without a fucking doctor.
Wow.
And it was the craziest birth I've ever witnessed because she came out fast. And her mom was a little bitty
Like-
petite woman. I mean, she had a beautiful hourglass in her own, but she was little. Walked that baby right out. Nothing. It's one of the craziest experiences I've ever had.
How old are your kids now?
My oldest is about to be 19 and my youngest is 11.
Cool.
She just turned 11 Tuesday.
Oh.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means
Was that
wait, hold up.
the fourth?
Check for the audio here.
What's What's that?
Her birthday, is it the 4th?
The 9th?
9th. What's today? I don't even know what day it is.
11th.
Oh. My dog's birthday was May 5th.
Aw.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
We used to have a little sombrero he would wear.
My mom's is May 2nd, my dad's is May 1st. I'm on Valentine's Day.
Your Valentine's Day?
I was born in Nashville.
I've never been. I don't.
My
No,
dad,
I've never been in Nashville.
my dad was a biker, not your Rican warrior type.
Yeah. Like that was the life.
Yeah. Well, he said when I was like 11 months old, he ran, and he said he ran a couple times before, and it wasn't because of us. He said because of his lifestyle, he was gonna get us killed. But when I was 11, 11 months old, he actually ran for good. But until I got older. But before I was born, my mom said that she was actually running through Tennessee, Nashville, to see if she could find him. That's what she had me.
What's the battery life show on that right now? I'm just curious.
39%.
Okay, that's not bad.
No? He's about 30% done, so
They said that they kept her in the hospital for 2 weeks too because they just had a blizzard when I came in.
Oh, really? A blizzard in Nashville?
Right below Indiana, man. Indiana gets snow all there. Cage your ass in. Sometimes. Maybe not nowadays, but it used to. I remember going out there and the snow was so, tall.
Deep?
And yeah, that you could literally build little houses and shit in little tunnels.
Yeah, when I was 6, we had a blizzard in Lubbock that was like crazy. And then in 95, do you remember this blizzard in 95 here? Well, me and my wife were driving from Lubbock to Dallas. Yes, it was Easter weekend, and it snowed 18 inches in 3 hours. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. We had to turn around and go home, and we only made it to Roscoe.
My oldest girl, when she was like 4, they got caught in a blizzard in Oklahoma. And it was the first blizzard to hit this part of Oklahoma in a very long time. And I had my 4-year-olds got in the car and we were going down a road, and the middle of the road was the only part of the road that was clear of any snow. And there was a van coming, and the van was directly in the middle. And we both just stayed on the sides. We both would have been able to pass him just fine, but he was not letting me by because being a dick. And he really pushed me off the fucking road, and I went right into a snow drift and got stuck. I had to take my license plate off and trying to dig us out, and I couldn't dig us out, man, underneath the car. So I took off my jacket and my hoodie and I wrapped it around my 4-year-old and walked down the street in the blizzard. All I had was a shirt on, and luckily a priest in an SUV stopped, and he was like, "Get in!" Because if it wouldn't have been for that, I don't know if I'd have made it. We was pretty much off into the country. Luckily he stopped.
Oh,
If I didn't have my 4-year-old, I would have been so worried. I literally have no cover over her.
oh, that feels good.
But the things we do for our kids. car shop again?
Trump. I mean, it's not my shop, but the one I hang out at is called The Leaf, and it's 1166 North 2nd, so a block
It's
down.
right across, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, no, that's all it was.
You go in there?
Every now and then.
Well, you smoke cigars sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes.
You're classy,
Yeah.
elegant.
Yeah, they moved to that location, I guess about, wow, has it been 3 years? I think it has.
I think so.
But before that, they were on North 3rd, and then before that, they were on North 2nd and Cypress Corner. They've been around since like a long time, like 93.
Is it that long? I missed the 90s.
I knew I had gone there in 98.
What?
Does it hurt?
It's really more numb. Now it feels like someone is like writing on you with a ballpoint pen.
Okay. So I guess your family is just naturally artistic if your grandfather and your dad have done this too?
Oh, my dad only did it in prison. He was more or less like a preacher's son.
Oh.
He was just trying to benefit the party from it.
Yeah.
My grandpa said he hated when my dad came into the tattoo shop because you couldn't have a woman laying there in the seat or naked woman in the seat without my dad taking her home.
Uh-oh.
He said he hated that. It pissed him off. And as I got older and we got into my, the other tattoo shops and such, I started to see why it pissed my grandpa off. It's bad for business.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't go and be treated like another human,
Well, even if the woman's going for it, others are seeing it and they're like, man, we need to get out of here.
right? It was like one day, me and my buddy were at the Leaf, and anyway, this young woman that we know came in, but she was with another girl that I didn't know, and my friend Paul kept looking at her up and down. It was making me feel uncomfortable. Like that level, I'm like,
That's my dad's name is Paul.
well, then I said, yo, dude. It was his wife. I did not know that though. I'd never bought his wife or met his wife, and I was just like, oh.
What is wrong with you?
I was like, dude, that is inappropriate. So how long have you been in Abilene?
About 5 years.
Oh, okay. And did you work at another shop before you opened your own?
I've worked at Eat Station and I've also worked at Happy Dragon.
Oh, that's the one.
I didn't
Brian
realize
said
they
you
went out of
liked.
business, yeah. Which they probably went out of business like 10 years ago, but
Who's that?
Happy Dragon.
Oh no, they're still open.
They are? Oh, okay. Well, somebody said they'd gone out. I'm like, I haven't been over there in 100 years.
They're under some scrutiny right now, but
Okay, something about like the financials or something like that.
I
So,
thought that was Dead Row or Death Row.
Death Row. Oh, maybe that was it. Death Row.
Yeah, they're not doing too well. Their original owner did some crap there that I'm not gonna say online.
Yeah.
Ain't none of my business. All I know is I do everything legit, so I don't want to end up in prison or someone putting a bullet in my head.
And people respect that too.
And I like my job. I like the fact that I can tattoo and I'm not out there in the heat. And only that, my job it's unpredictable, man. I mean, tomorrow I could actually make enough to go get a damn motorcycle. You just never know.
Yeah, it's random, isn't it? No 2 days are the same.
You just never know. That's one thing I like about this job. 'Cause those days are like Christmas Day. It's super unexpected. You about ready to take a little break and finish it?
Yeah.
Let your skin chill a second.
Okay.
Let me spray some more.
All right. That's mine. Oh, the bills are better to charge? Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually glad you said that because you know what? It is nice having a little break for a minute.
It's been a bit over an hour, I think.
What?
Yeah, it's been an hour. Damn, it's been exactly an hour. I think we started at 3:30.
Leave that on or take it off?
Try to leave it on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna try to fall off. If it falls off, it's alright, man. Just pick it up and throw it away.
Is this Michael, won't you go?
Yes.
Okay. You know, the angle where I'm sitting, I really can't see much.
maybe just later. I put period. Alex, you want to read it after him? You want to read it after him? It's done. Please. We're only at step 3. By the way, there's 7 steps. You know, that's a lot for me. I'm good. It's funny. Alex, can you answer? Heart attack tattoo. It's a fucking rubber ball. I just feel like her holding it and I saw it halfway. Where you going?
You said is instead of if, or so I changed it to if.
Where's my James' client's friend? Say hey.
Yes, yeah. Good stuff.
That's cool. Oh, I'm back. Sorry, people. Had to go smoke a little bit of a cigar.
How's it going?
Now you're using it as
I was gonna say if I'm sure I can rig that up somehow. I don't know what your time frame is, because I don't know how long this takes. So I was gonna say I could somehow mount it on there and just put it to go. If you need to go.
What are you talking about? Put what together?
Like, if you need to go, okay. I mean, I just didn't know how long it takes to get a tattoo.
Did Larry and them say, are they going for a ride today?
Who?
Were Larry and them going for a ride?
I'm sure they were. They go almost. Somebody's going every day. You know what I want to do? Did I tell you that Bryant got a bicycle? And you can help me. I want to, you can drive my wife's van, let me have the side door open and I'm in the back so we can do a slow-mo video of Bryant riding a bicycle. You know that could be funny. All right, reconnected. And we're back. When the wife calls, you answer. Oh wow, the numbers actually look really good. Did you look at the numbers? Maybe being such a small number.
They look sharp.
And then when you bring in the white highlight. Look at how that is indented because everything else is puffed up around it. And you know, I have these on my arm. These little red.
It's gonna look like little hearts.
But look, they don't color.
Oh, that's funny.
You see, I got one of those right here. So I'm gonna design a tattoo that has that color of a something like a nose.
How long will it take?
Are you stops in between going from the, okay, good. It's like, you're killing me, Smalls, if I gotta go in and cut, edit, cut.
Good. I think only one time did I have to do that, so
Well, I didn't even think about it till just now.
no.
Oh, I keep thinking that's color. That's just
That's
the
just your
redness
skin.
of my skin.
It's irritated.
Did you see that Matthew McConaughey had a live? Did you watch it?
No, but I need to send you a clip somebody else had posted that I've died laughing.
What did it say? Are we what?
He was talking about having a dream. Have you seen that clip?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I was actually interested in watching it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I do like him.
His book was great.
Really?
It really was. Highly recommend it. It's not a normal book, and he has not lived a normal life. So,
Well, I recorded this thing,
Okay.
but I haven't had time because I mean I think it's like hours.
Yeah, I think so. No, listen, and I think he even did the audiobook for it if you wanted to listen to it. But I read it. You can read it very quickly.
Was he the narrator or is
I think he is. I think so. I read it, and it's just journal style, so it's not like a normal book.
Right.
But I liked it.
I
So,
would actually like to listen to that because my brother Russell wrote a book. Yeah, like 10 years ago. And it's called Battling Depression, Winning the War on Your Mind. And anyway, since, he became TikTok famous, that book is selling like
really?
but he only gets like 75 cents a book or something. Something crazy. And so anyway, my idea is, you know what, dude? He's gonna do a new book, but it's only gonna be audio. And it's gonna be him narrating.
Okay. I know people like that. I know I like it, so
You do or don't?
I do like it when the actual author reads it.
Yeah. I mean,
I know
And
that's like
this
a
isn't-
lengthy process to do that, but
this is going to be more like the journal type. That's why I said I would be interested in seeing the format of that because it's not going to be, just
yeah, no, it's good.
right now. My plan is, like, I'm going to be there with him and I'm going to ask a question or to say, go back to this point and tell us all about that. And then when he's done, we'll do another one. You know what I mean? And so I already have the outline on the time periods to focus on.
I like it. He's got your color going.
Oh,
This summer, TXU Energy is back with an ultimate summer pass, starting 50% off energy starters all summers. Plus free. Three days are not the coolest things. It's this summer's hottest problems, guaranteed to keep it hot. Ultimate summer pass, energy savings. TXU Energy forever. Tap the banner now to learn more.
Stock up for spring cleaning with Instacart. You can get all your favorite cleaning brands delivered right to your door.
what's that?
Shop so great jobs.
Oh.
It's furniture. Get everything you need delivered for spring.
What
Even if clean up the buns and popsicles, please let
audio
me know.
service is this? Gotcha.
Visit Instacart.com to get free delivery on your first.
He's like you.
That's right. Not paying for that. I actually added up all of my monthly subscriptions that are not bills. It's like
And?
$340, I think. So
Yeah.
So
I don't.
yeah.
I mean,
That's the only thing at the end of the night when the kids are out.
so for me, I just had QuickBooks log into all my debit cards, credit cards, whatever, and put all my bills in the categories. And at the bottom, it said you're an alcoholic.
My bills are like, comes out to over 7,000 every month.
Crazy.
I smoke weed like this motherfucker is rapping.
Who is that? Snoop?
That's one reason why.
Are you a rap fan?
I'm more rock, but I like them both.
I like some rap.
I like country as well.
I like some country. Oh, thank you.
I don't like the new shit. That stuff is crap.
It's
Yeah.
garbage.
The new rap is crap too. The new rock is kind of crap.
Yeah, most new music sucks. Does it have the option to do slow? I think it does.
To do what?
Slow.
I don't know what S means, but
No. That's
Scenic?
next to the A and the S and the M.
oh, that's Shutter.
Yeah. Well, you're in that same age category as Russell and him. Like, this wasn't really my kind of jam because I never heard it.
Yeah.
You know, I was just, back in the day, I was all rock and roll.
I didn't do rap much, but if I was gonna do something, it would be something like this. So
See, I dig this now, but like my all-time favorite rap, if I'm gonna listen to rap, it's 90% gonna be Tech Nine.
yeah.
I just dig their music for hits. You used to? You don't like them now? Oh, well, see, I'm stuck in his old shit. I only listened to like 3 different albums.
Pretty much the same thing.
Ah,
I don't play anymore. Well, that when I was around Southwest Missouri, man, they were telling me some people are part of this said that they actually party with them around Kansas City. They said that he was no good doing the wild drug dude. Thanks for that.
oh, really?
I also respect them like that. These guys could just been talking shit, but I don't think they were. But everyone was out or just about and just in their head. They fucked up, it seems like.
That's a common power thing.
Do you remember that it hurts now?
I was going to right now. Highlights are always the best. Almost there.
What's that?
Almost there. Almost done.
You see that?
Casey's a fellow cigar smoker.
Oh yeah.
Oh, just so you know, man, I got a 19-year-old that wants to learn how to tattoo, and I got a 20-year-old or a 16-year-old.
Really? They want to do what you do? That's awesome, dude.
So I told him that I passed. If I can't do this anymore, I'm going to take this shit over. Hope you know.
How cool would it be to just have him here working with you, man?
One of them's already got a license in Colorado. And the other one, I think she's working down here.
Ah. What part of Colorado?
I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm sure.
Did you already switch out the batteries? Okay. How much time do you think you got on the first battery? I guess an hour, huh? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you planning on the beef later?
Yeah, probably.
Ed and Larry said they would be there.
And I glance down and I see the red. I'm like, oh, he's got the red going. Oh, no, wait, that's just your blood. Never mind.
Yeah, man, James, when I told my daughter I was getting a tattoo, first she was blown away. She's like, no way. I was like, yeah. She's like, that's so cool. And I was like, yeah, we're going to record it live stream and then I'm going to make a bunch of reels and stuff. And she was like, well, I don't think you want to do that. He could get in trouble for that. And I was like, for what? She thought you were coming to my house to do it at my studio. And I was like, no, we're doing it at his place.
Licensed facility.
Is it hard to get a license for this?
In the state of Texas, believe it or not, no.
Oh.
It's actually quite simple. It's so simple that as soon as I'm able to, I'm going to start fighting state about it. It's ridiculous how simple it is. It
They're
should
just
not be that
letting
simple.
everybody do it that wants to pay the fee.
Yep.
That's the way it works eventually on everything.
Well, I've even got headquarters of the health department down in Austin. He said, dude, just start registering to vote, start voting. Once you start voting, get in contact with me and I'll send you the right direction.
Sweet.
So that's all it takes, though, man. You gotta be an active voter. Otherwise, they're not gonna listen to you.
Oh, absolutely. We just recently voted in the local election here to make sure Scott Beard didn't get in.
I've gotta start voting, man. I just don't ever have the time to do my research to see who's worth fucking voting for. Was any of them even worth it?
Well, that's
Guys
why.
that just got in were. So, because the guys that wanted to get in would probably be after your business after no telling how long.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they have an idea of how Abilene should be, and it's not however the people want it. It's just how they think it'd be best.
Looking really good.
They're looking better than
And what? Mm-hmm.
Starting 50% off energy charges also. Plus free energy on the hottest days. Don't you see? 3 days are not.
What's the healing time frame?
usually just 2 weeks.
Okay.
Everyone varies. Some guys take a month.
TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Everyone
Tap
varies.
it in now to learn more.
Does it like scab over?
It can. We're gonna put a bandage on you, so it shouldn't really. It will a little, but not bad.
Nutrition accessories like our carpet bed, Romax, cycling shoes, and more. This is the perfect gift for mom to explore.
So you can tell I'm brand new. I don't know if it scabs over. Nothing. I don't know how long it takes to heal. I thought it'd be done like this evening.
The old ways, yes, it would scab over. You're gonna try to keep it from scabbing, but a lot of people don't listen. Aftercare. These new things, man, these bandages we put on you, it pretty much does everything for you, man. And it keeps
Oh, really?
the scabbing from really happening because it gets sitting in its own fluids.
Oh.
It sounds nasty and it sounds like it's not good, but you got a natural enzyme that comes out and it eats up bad bacteria and helps heal with your wound. And this layer just locks it all in there. They're getting crazy. They're getting scientific with everything now. And more understanding for a lot more stuff. I had a surgeon I was tattooing that got me into this stuff. The bandage.
Ah.
Turns out it's a thing a lot of tattoo shops are actually doing. The surgeon cracked me up, man, because anytime he'd come, he'd bring his own Sanderm, which is the bandage we put on me. But he brought his own snips that he called butthole snips because he said he used them to cut through people's buttholes whenever it came down to that region. Because he's had, people get shot by officers and all kinds of stuff in the hips and in the head. And he does do work on their anus. All kinds of crazy stories. I miss tattooing that guy. I got really busy, man, in the last shop I worked at, dude, and you had to set an appointment with me, and I was like 2 months out pretty much at times. And he couldn't wait sometimes, so we ended up finding another artist after I finished sleeping out. Did some badass work on him. I get it, it's all good. I just wish we would have kept contact though, because I liked him, he was cool. And he's got some of my best work on him. Some of them. Dude paid really good money too, even for it. He even had a plus up woman's face on his own pics and they're beautiful.
Oh, really?
Looks like a beautiful woman now. The person that did it was an old man that used to be a really good portrait artist, but he went downhill with his health, so he didn't tattoo that good anymore. And I actually know the old man, he's a friend of mine. He told me to go ahead and do his work and fix his shit for me. I never told him about that one. It hurt his feelings.
Hey, Monica. The boss just got here. Not as bad as I thought it would. It's been between a pain level of 4 and 5 out of 10. Yeah. I was very surprised.
It's been dead in there.
Yeah. There's stuff going on around. There's a band setting up at Everman Park,
Oh,
and then across the block there.
is it gonna be in the street? They usually set up in the street just a block
Around
over.
here. Oh, that's why it's not busy today.
No, they're right in front of the big statue. At Everman Park.
I hate it when we stuff downtown.
Yeah.
What?
You know, this is
What
all-
statue?
The one,
Both and people.
yeah, with the over by like the on right where the railroad tracks are.
Oh, the chocolate factory. Yeah.
And then on the other, there's people setting up. Cypress Street has a whole bunch of tables outside by.
No, it's Art Walk or some crap.
Okay.
They do that almost every month. And Thursday evening is the cigar lounge night, like where everybody comes.
Maybe I won't be going there tonight.
What'd you say?
So maybe I won't be going there tonight.
I got the special parking space,
I
and there's
know.
more than one.
Hey, if y'all ever need a park, y'all can park behind my building here in the alley too. Just let me know. Give me a heads up.
Okay, you never know. My daughter's been towed from that parking lot down there.
No, if you park behind my building and you get towed, I would fucking raise hell. Because they're not supposed to tow behind my building. Especially if you're parked up next to my garage and I park where people can get in and out.
Good to know.
I will raise hell with the city.
Are
you-
Huh? They always park in the alley. The way I look at it is if you park up next to the garage where people can still get in and out, what's the big deal? Because they always park back there. So why can't we?
My secret parking space is in the alley. But it's in the alley across the street from the Leaf, the cigar shop.
If there ain't no way, then what's the issue? Fuck 'em. They got an issue, they can talk to me.
Are you off today?
I just got off.
What are you about to do?
I got the kids settled at home.
There you go.
I'm good for a couple hours.
You got what?
The kids settled at home.
So you know what this one might be for a little bit. I'm getting hungry.
Whether she's a pet mom or play mom or the mom who raised you, celebrate Mother's Day this year with the gift she'll use all the time. Get up to $400 off clothes on shred, roll, guide, or bike packages. And choose some accessories like her Harmony Band, road mat, cycling shoes, and more. This is a perfect gift for mom to explore with this removal. Whether she has 5 or 20 minutes, she can choose from classes like demo class, country walks, or 80s road. All classes membership she can guide when she said, offer in 14, 20, exclusive on tread, road, bike, bike, basics, and what's on that skin. See additional terms at unpeloton.com.
A butter cookie made into a cone, wrapped around Haagen-Dazs ice cream. It's unexpected, wrapped and unforgettable. It's a thick, crunchy butter cookie wrapped around decadent Haagen-Dazs in 4 delicious flavors: strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, and coffee. And it's now available in your local freezer citywide. Because luxury is where you are. Butter cookie comes from Haagen-Dazs. That's Das.
You have played in the 2023 National Charter Schools Conference in Austin, Texas. Connect and share experiences with leaders, educators, and advocates shaping public education through charter schools. Register today at ncsc.publiccharters.org.
You get a 5, you get a 4, you get a 6.
Let's say 4,
Okay.
4.5, and then it pops up to probably 5.5, and then it goes back down. Like I'll tell you when it's bam. Like I don't feel it that much, and then
guys always put on a really good show.
I don't know who this is.
I don't know if this is Slipknot or if it's Stone Sour, but
If I would, yeah, I would.
the lead singer is Slipknot, I can tell you that. It almost sounds like it's Slipknot, but then again, it sounds like Stone Sour. I've been to a lot of concerts, man. One of the best concerts I've ever been to is a Slipknot concert. That shit is crazy.
If I was to have to say who my favorite concerts were, it would have been Boston.
Oh, I bet that was awesome.
What's his?
I actually got to tattoo the guitar that's floating in space.
Oh, that's cool. Then the other one was
The guitar with the city on it.
Aerosmith was badass.
Yes, man. Aerosmith will always remind me of my childhood.
And this was in the 80s, you know, when they were rocking it. And then, actually, I'll tell you who was amazing was Cheap Trick. They blew me away. And I guess I went into that concert with low expectations because, you know, they weren't like a heavy metal band like we should go out normally listen to. But they rocked it. And they sounded so good.
It's always good when it's sound good live, because it ain't easy to do.
Oh, dude, my very first concert, I was in 8th grade. You probably never heard of Crocus.
It sounds familiar.
But Crocus was the opening band and Sammy Hagar, Red Rocker was the main. And he had laryngitis, so his concert sucked. But Crocus rocked it. And then I saw Sammy Hagar later on, and he was amazing.
I'm surprised he's still kicking it. Wait, no, he's dead now, isn't he?
No, he's still kicking. In fact, he has his own band, and his band is like him, the bass player for Van Halen, you know, Michael Anthony, and then 2 other dudes that like you know who they are when you hear them.
Which guy from Motley Crue had the daughter die?
I don't know.
Died of cancer, and then he actually went away from the world and like spiraled into drugs and alcohol for a while there. And he said he swore up and down that one night he heard a noise. He looks up and there's his daughter standing in a white beautiful dress, telling him Daddy it's okay. And they colored pictures together and everything, and then she disappeared. He cleaned up.
She died of cancer.
He swears up and down that God sent her to come down and clean him up.
Hey, whatever it takes.
He says he knows that he was in a state where he was hallucinating, but he feels like in his heart he wasn't, so I don't know. It's crazy, man. You just never know, I guess. He probably was hallucinating, but then again, you never know.
You do have a very wide range of music on this playlist.
He's awesome.
Yeah, I dig it. I'm a fan. People ask me what I listen to, and I'm like, good music.
Listen to everything. I'm a musician, so I listen to everything.
I was in a rock band when I was in my late teens, early 20s.
Dude, the only thing we had to do in Guthrie, Oklahoma growing up was play in a band, do drugs, and have sex, and that was about it.
Well, you know, in a town named Guthrie, of course that's all there is to do.
And it produced some really good musicians, but unfortunately no one ever made it.
Making it, you had to
Sell
be
yourself.
good, you had to be good, you had to know somebody, and you had to sell yourself.
The selling your soul part was just too much for me.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta sell out.
I remember when I tried to sell my soul, I tried to get $20. They said, nope, too much.
I can listen to this stuff all day long.
Took a knife. I love the old stuff. Especially if it comes out of the 20s, the 30s.
Yep.
I'm all for it. I wish we had more recordings of Robert Johnson. Even though his story freaks me out a little bit.
What is his story?
He sold his soul to the devil. everybody says that he was one of the worst guitar players and singers that came into the jazz places back in the 20s and early 1900s and such. I don't remember what years, but and they say he disappeared for a year. He went and started playing. He started playing in a graveyard, and for a whole year. And he came back the world's best player, man.
He practiced
He
hard.
was dedicated.
He was the one that actually that they talk about the Crossroads.
Yeah.
That's his story.
Ah.
And he's part of the 27 Club. He's one of the members that died at the age of 27 that everyone says has sold his soul to the devil and died at 27.
Janis Joplin.
Nope.
Jim Morrison.
Well, Robert Duke Johnson's part of that club. He
Wasn't
died at 27 too.
wasn't Hank Williams? I think he was 28. He could have been 27. But he looked.
No,
60.
he was.
He was 27?
Yeah, he was one of the early ones in it. Janis Joplin, him, and
Jimmy. Or Jimi Hendrix. How old is he?
who?
He was at 27 too?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
Hey, look up what age Jimi Hendrix died. I'm pretty sure it was 27. I think he's part of the 27 Club. So is Kurt Cobain.
Kurt, Janice, Hank.
Yeah.
27.
It's just crazy, man.
When you're on that road, that's about as far as your body can take you.
Can you pull a picture of this like see red?
No.
Do you have the pic? Did I send you a picture of my tattoo?
No, you just showed me.
Oh, I did. It's on my phone. Here. You need me to send it to you?
If you want to.
Okay.
Whether she's a stepmom or stepmom or the mom who raised you, celebrate Mother's Day this year with the gift share use all the time. Get up to $400 off clothes on Shred, Royal, Guide, or Life Packages. And choose from accessories like our Hardware Fan, Romac, cycling shoes, and more. This is a perfect gift for mom to explore with this movie. Whether she has 5 or 20 minutes, she can choose from classes like Red Roll.
This weekend is Mother's Day, isn't it?
It is.
Offer ends May 14, 2020. Exclude those on Shred, Royal, Life Packages, Basics, and more. That's it. See additional terms at shop.com.
Oh, that's gonna feel good.
Just wait until you have to take a paper.
You want to show them your back?
Sure.
Oh, that's badass. Wow, that is badass. Did you see her tattoo? That is awesome. Is it pink?
We had to stop for a little bit and come back to it, so it makes it worse.
It's not even done.
And it's not done.
How long ago was the last time you had some work done on it?
2 months ago. We started it pretty much when we opened up this place, but it wasn't open yet, so we're waiting on the licensing. You like that?
I'm digging it, dude. Dude, the numbers turned out really good too.
They're a little mix match, man.
Yeah.
Kind of, that's really my fault.
No. It's, I mean, you have the right year. We're good. Oh, look. You know what? Wow. All right, there you go, guys.
heal and will lighten up in areas too. Be able to see more of the gray and white too.
That's James. He's the one that did it. He's the badass right there, guys. All right, guys. I'll keep y'all updated with photos every so often as it heals. And until next time, thanks for swinging by. Peace out.
Peace.